Yeah, this was supposed to be Tank Lip versus Suspense. Okay? Supposed to be Tank Lip versus Suspense for the bar exam, Central Florida. Alright, just a couple hours from now, the event was supposed to go down. Alright? And I get a notification on Facebook an hour ago that Suspense has canceled and will not be attending the event. So there would be no longer a Tank Lip versus Suspense battle for Bars Collide, you know, the bar exam, Central Florida. Now, the irony of this, okay, is just a month ago on a bar exam, you know, Facebook group, thread, or post, I mentioned that I wasn't really feeling the vibe of this whole Tank Lip versus Suspense battle. And that comment I made was basically because, you know, sometimes going into a battle, you amped, you excited, like you're really feeling it. But just, I don't know if I picked up some like fishy energy, but I felt like I wasn't feeling the vibe. Suspense asks me on the same thread or post, you know, that me saying all that suggests that I'm going to be a no-show at the battle. I ain't going to show up, or I'm going to cancel at the last minute. He's worried he's going to prepare, do all this writing for nothing, that Tank Lip not even going to show up. And I confirmed that absolutely that wasn't the case. That absolutely I would keep my obligation and show up to the battle. So it was supposed to go down. Even more ironic, we had April 26, 2015, right? It's Sunday, April 26, 2015. Yesterday, Saturday, all right, April 25th, I get a Facebook email from Suspense asking me, am I still going to show up for the battle? Okay, so he wasn't canceling even as of yesterday. He's a last minute on the day of the battle cancellation. Like on some fucked shit. Like what a gross waste of my time. I wrote them lyrics, 7 minutes and 30 seconds. That's 2 minutes and 30 seconds of all 3 rounds. I wrote that shit a month ago. And been practicing all month, every day. Like what a growth. The hours I put in, you know, studying my bars, putting in that work so I could give you all a good event. Like what a gross waste of my time that regardless, you know, it is what it is. Like Suspense says, it is what it is. Real life shit comes up and it trumps a battle any day. Like if he really on some like real life, he got some shit going on. Like I ain't trying to be hard or start no beef with the dude in that way. Like, I'm okay, like a situation came up. But regardless of whatever honest or real circumstances he's dealing with, it's still a gross waste of my time that I put all this time in preparing, only for the battle to be canceled the day of the battle, last minute hours before I'm supposed to show up there in battle. So I came up with this idea. I'm talking to the officials and the league owners and shit. And I said, you know what? Let me come to the event anyway and I'll battle the ghost. The no-show of Suspense. Like no one will be there. It'll just be Tank Lip spitting his 7 minutes against just air like a ghost. Nobody. And actually that's not a bad gimmick or antic because in real life, like I'll be on some like blogs where I'm talking about, I hear voices, I talk to ghosts. So for Tank Lip, like personal story, you know, straying from the house and actually going to an in-person real battle where I'm supposed to battle an actual person and I'm still battling a ghost actually wasn't a bad idea as an alternative to what situation occurred. But they told me on a number of times as I'm trying to talk to them and suggest this new idea as an alternative, they suggested I just come for the June card. Like, you know, a month or 2 from now and battle a different opponent. So, you know, I'm not going to be forceful. I learned in life sometimes don't be forceful. Like if there's enough signs pointing to not doing something, then maybe you just shouldn't do it. So I'm going to take heed of these signs, and I'm not going to go to the event tonight because they suggested themselves, the owners and officials of the league, that, you know, I just don't show up since it's canceled anyway. I don't have an opponent. There wouldn't be a suspense there that I'd be battling. Just come in June. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the bar exam, an event in June, and battle somebody else. But I put in all these work on these bars. I still want to give you all the bars. So I'm in my house, and I'm going to give you what I would have given to y'all at the event. It ain't the same without a crowd and a crowd reaction, but it's still the same bars. So, you know, to them bars. Here we go. Tank Lip versus Suspense. Let's get it. What rhymes with suspense? Loves men? That's suspect. Man walks to Spence. He's like, fuck the head. Let's just jump to the sex. I know that's homo on some fuck shit, but to each his own. If Spence want to fuck men. Makes sense that my bars are over your head. For if I'm with God, he's somehow flying over this trench, and the powers of God I do invest, then Spence really do need a friend. For whatever's in suspense need to be influenced simply to move again. So to sum this up, my synopsis in killing you, I'm also giving you life. The shame in that, though, there's only certainty that everything living must die. And he got tired of repeating the same thing twice. So his answer was stillness. You know, that moment of suspense where you're not living, moving forward, back. That was his way to put limits on his death. But idle time's the devil's workshop. So for a moment I get devilish. Or is everything in suspense like a fridge of frozenness that need to be melted by the chosen kid? And only the heat of tank could cure the omen. My bars are flames. Sometimes you gotta burn what's closed just to get it open. I know suspense, hand on that hot stove shit. You could throw rocks and stones, kid, but suspense, how often is what's inanimate well spoken? It ain't hard to tell, that's my word on Nas, that this Spence held token. Because when the spell of suspense broken, laws compel that one eye of the rose fall the choke. And I'd let you choose, but with all these side bets and the risk of views, if I get sidelined and the risk of booze, I might as well be sipping on a flask of brew, drunk. And I'd rather not lose than get chunked, put in the trunk by this drunk if he decide he want to be attacking dudes. So I attack dude and get the last boo. Thought I was going to say laugh, but that's what the gas do when the dentist pull all your teeth. And your skin's like counting sheep till you fall asleep. That what was this suspenseful mounds? Now a mouth that can't speak. For the clothes of skin was just a mask to your ghost found deep. I run spirits, call me a ghost town Jeep. Tank Lip the goat, I give ground to your feet. Lips got taste and all you hear how it sounds so sweet. Guys, attention, allow me to explain how God's notes found me. And don't worry how a ghost can see. Got Spence singing his soul out, put new meaning to a Motown beat. And this cyber geek apocalypse meets cyber tweet anonymous. I wouldn't care about stopping this, but everything Spence tweet about cocks and dicks. And I understand being anonymous for alcoholics, but men that play with other men, that's preposterous and need to be stopped quick. And my boo is when your parked car is a parked bar. When you a ghost with no voice, you can't bark God. You just a walk dog in some dark fog. And my boo's so you can hear the sound that you can no longer make. Taunt this fake. When there's no longer suspense in your fate, tank mark you in a spot where you lay, but without the grace of a swan in a lake. But you know, every dog has his day, bark on that. Serve you shit on a plate, tell you it's ribs and some steak, just to see you cough up all the shit that you made. Yo, suspense is round one's on you. Oh, suspense not here. Guess it's Tank Lip round 2. Bro, do you understand why I expose my mental illness to the world? so people wouldn't fear how they're clothed. And from those tears that I've known, it'd be an opportunity blown and not reap what I sown. Besides, God judges and loves souls, not the way that one's robed. It's the man that does something in the face of adversity in the path least roamed, whether a path he chose or some beast goats. It's what he does in these streets that the beast chokes. When what most least own, their weaknesses, a true beast rose. But I own my shortcomings and reach, folks, and that is strength. So anything you gotta say to Tank is nothing but weak pokes. What happens when wine meets old age? Then why does it blow your mind when I get fonder even as an old Tank? Take anything new from what's in suspense and turn to an old name. When I bar your life away, anyone who has anything nice to say to Lil Debbie's icing cakes, just gonna say the new life he makes, that Suspense was the old gay. Makes sense why he'd be displaced since the world hates gays. Why did they embrace the new straight? Why does an old stooge first Louis C.K.? Why Tank and Cy Young makes sense, Spence, if I'm the new ace? Why Spence out when I pitch all strikes, you get no base? And Silver's always second place. So when I run the home plate, I win gold stakes. And when I bite, it's not because I want to copy you. It's just because you got to watch how you hold snakes. Watch a pro Tank whoop this amateur rookie. I know you think I'm fat, but I will not trade my talent for a cookie. This situation is salad healthy, like ass licking a snookie. At least when I reach up to cop fields, I go from fat ass to boobies, maybe slapping some pussy. Spence don't shoot baskets for swooshies. When he gropes balls, he throats balls like that's yummy and gushy. He's not hip-hop, see him in a billabong and stussy. He has thrill with schlongs. Girls like, what's wrong? When he's like, I don't like pussy. You faggot sucker. You really are a faggot sucker. He Googles boy's penis, that's like a snack before supper, then gets depressed when he turns him straight like it's his last supper. Like the flip of what Chris did to Bruce Jenner. Except now all his gay friends hate sex. They want that cooch forever. I will not spoon or re-enter. His idea of a double head is 2 guys in 1 cute sweater. You fruity vendor. Spence thought the tutti frutti meant sticking to where the dookie exit. Except with Tank tossing salad, ain't no dudes, I want no piece of that lettuce. Spence, round 2's on you, buddy. Oh, Spence not here. Guess it's round 3 Tank. I'm on some grown man bars. This just another teen killing. So when I'm Jason Lippin, I'm spinning songs like hot tech, and you're just ridiculousness. So I call you Rob Drodek, and this man poses a straight that has bi-sex with guys yes and lies swearing he likes chicks. What makes you think you can come against me? I got a hunch you ain't ever been stung by a bee. I spit that real woo, get you hung on a tree, and really put a bun on this beef. Rearrange your tongue now, my nun putting the dunce on your teeth. He claimed gangster, but never drawn no guns on the street. We know Spence about that money. He said he wanted a handsome fee. I didn't know my cost was he wanted a handsome G. Not dollars, a handsome me. You know what, some handsome jeans, maybe a handsome tee. I didn't know I was being held for ransom by a random freak. Thought we was battling. Now Spence grabbing like he want to put his hands in me. Licking his lips like he want lip next week he'll grab my meat. You think I'm kidding, y'all? I heard that on a random tweet. To see what the tide brings, he turned nudist colony. I heard that from a random beach. All this, I'd rather hand this man a G, keep his mind off me with some cash to spree, but I ain't scared of nobody, so should I damage his knee? Put him in a bandage, package him, and chop him in a can to eat? I ain't a fan of freaks, even though I'm bland to beats. You spit a cappella, so it's easy to understand this odd fella's voice, it's weak. You attacking me is like comparing Zach to Screech. Thought you were saved by the bell, but it's time for class to meet. Thought you were Mr. Smith, but I'm Brad Pitt and Joe Lee on the same team. He played ball as a little kid who expressed the boy in me. Now his new slogan, I want to flex my boy in you. Suspense, don't wonder when I avoid you too. leave you in the gutter like a bad athlete bowling. And my 747 Boeing good as blackjack when you hit a 7 to a 14. Long as you bust, don't matter how I hit 21, cause every line you spit is ugly duck. And long as I'm in this game, you the one spitting against Tank, no wonder everybody in a hurry to put their money up. And spitting against Tank's like taking a bungee jump with no one to pull you up. And your fat gut need to be tummy tucked. Spence think he gully, but his funny fuck is just a silly putt. And I'm nice off the top when I golf. It's hole-in-ones. He thought this silly putty can't hit the fairways. Every time he swings, it's the neighbor's stairways. And since it's a ball as such, he just swallows whole nuts. Retarded fuck missing the concept that a hole-in-one doesn't mean putting something whole in one. Yo, Suspense. There's a war going on outside no man is safe from. You know, you could run, you could hide, you know, but obviously, you know, I still murked you even when you was ghosting shit. So there's a war going on outside no man's safe from. You running, you hiding, you know, but I still found you. Bars. Tank Lip, come check out my channel, Jason Tank Lip. YouTube channel, check me on Twitter, Tank Lip. Get me on Facebook, Tank Lip. All that, Instagram, you know, I murk bodies and shit. I catch bodies. Y'all can't fuck with this Tank Lip shit. 2015.